Hello, welcome back. Today we've got another £200 worth of 10p coins that we are hunting through, looking for those alphabet 10p's. Awesome territory coins, world coins, those kind of interesting things that do turn up as well. Ideally we want some 2019 dated alphabet 10p's. We've got quite a few of them already. We've got A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L and M, N, O, P, R, T, U, V and X. So the last 6 still to go, as it has been for some time. Now, because the 2019s are so low minted, so rare and hard to get your hands on, we started a third 2018 book, which we're making good progress in. We've got A, E, F, G, H, I, K, M, Q, P, T, V, X and Y. So fingers crossed, maybe we'll find some more 2018s as well. But let's get into these bags and see what we find. Okay then, whilst the hunt is ongoing, I'm going to be responding to some of the recent comments left on my videos. So whether it's a question or just a comment, I think is worth chattering about. Now I'm conscious my little data bank of Q&A questions tends to fall over time, and then I have to top it up each week. But it is growing and growing and growing to an unwieldy amount, so I'm going to try and get through as many comments quite quickly. Obviously as well, today before we get into the questions, or we're going to delay a little bit, I will be at the Royal Mint Experience, will have been at the Royal Mint Experience the day this video goes up, getting the latest striker in the Diplodocus 50p. I'm going back again on June the 6th for the D-Day 80th anniversary, seeming to be strike on the day 50p coin. So if you're coming to that, or if you want to come along and say hi, feel free to. It's always great fun. Right, Legio Veritum says, is Christopher ever reading or replying to comments? So, reading comments, yes, I do scroll through and have a read of the majority of comments that get left on my videos. I don't reply to an awful lot of comments, I will put my hand up and say that. For a long time I replied to every single comment, but that almost became a part-time job in of its own because of the amount of comments I get. So I don't tend to reply to comments all that often. However, like I've done with your one and I have done with many, I will screenshot lots of comments that I feel I can talk a bit about on these 10p Q&A videos. So I think that's probably a bit nicer to have a comment read out and answered on a video than just a message from me. Right, Martin Thomas says, thanks for the upload, Christopher. Have you ever visited the Athelstan Museum in Malmesbury, Wilts? One of their star exhibits is a penny from the time of King Athelstan. I believe it's free to visit, and you used to be able to buy replicas of the penny in the shop. All the best. It's bizarre that you said that, because one of my colleagues at work was recommending that museum as well. I think Athelstan's the first king of all of England. There were kings of parts of England before, but I think Athelstan is supposedly the first king of all of England, although things like that are always disputed, so I'm sure there'll be someone in the comments going, well actually I think you're fine, but I think that's what he's commonly known for. But yes, it's now on my list of things that I must do at some point, so it's not a million miles from me, so maybe we'll make a trip there at some point. Right, Phil Gallagher says, very interesting video, Christopher. My only concern is the mint suggesting they will be carbon neutral by 2050. Surely the carbon cost of extracting the metal used for the coins can't possibly be offset by some solar panels and a couple of wind turbines, can it? I get very annoyed with companies trying to con us that they are carbon neutral or that we can offset our own carbon footprint. The planet is falling apart around us and nobody with any power is doing anything about it. Sorry for the rant, I do enjoy the videos very much, but I hate the politics of companies trying to con us. Yeah, so it would be great if they can be, is it carbon neutral that they said? Yeah, I think it was carbon neutral by 2050. Obviously we live in a world where we're trying to make that move across that. There's only limited impact that an individual can have, only a limited impact that a company can have. But if I think if everyone had that opinion, it would be worse and worse. I think everyone's little contributions add up, don't they? I don't know how it works. I don't know what being carbon neutral means for the Royal Mint, whether that means that they're using offsets, which I know there's a bit of a debate about whether they are actually real. There's lots of is it the carbon credits that are sold that are allegedly, so you fly a plane from London to New York and you buy a carbon offset, which supposedly then plant a bunch of trees to offset the carbon emitted by your flight. But companies selling trees to be planted which have already been planted and resold. So yeah, there's some dodginess going on there. Potentially, I don't know. Maybe they plan to create enough energy to feed back into the grid. So they might still have to pollute to an extent because of the way that, as you said, ore is refined, the power is consumed or whatever. Furnaces are run, but potentially they could pump enough green energy into the grid that it then means that my house could be powered entirely by green energy. I don't know. That is a guess off the top of my head, but definitely something that I'm sure the Royal Mint would be able to explain in a bit more detail. I guess they're recycling as well. The recycling of the gold out of computer chips and things is new. Well, it's new gold that hasn't been mined out of the ground, I guess, which it's got to be better, right? So to absorb the gold out of things that have, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know enough to give a proper answer to that, but I can guess like that. Anyway, Kles Morim says, I'm a new collector and enjoy collecting various things, but separately I'm also a Bitcoiner. Out of interest, as an avid collector of the history of physical money like yourself, do you own Bitcoin? I do not. No. I don't understand Bitcoin. I don't understand how it works. It seems quite volatile as well. It feels more like a gamble than an investment, especially with some of the other cryptocurrencies. There's so many stories about pump and dump con schemes with various other cryptocurrencies. I generally think if I don't understand it, it's not worth me putting a bunch of money into it. It's a bit like, I don't know, if you don't understand how silver and gold coins work, you probably shouldn't start buying silver and gold coins until you've done your own research. You know what you're doing. You know the outcome. You know, if you want to invest for values to go up, you buy bullion. You research bullion. If you're just like me and you want some pretty coins, you can buy proof coins, but they probably won't be worth more than the value of this in silver for another 100 years or something crazy like that. But yeah, so I don't understand Bitcoin. It boggles my brain, so I think it's probably safer that I leave Bitcoin to the crypto experts. Oh, Y for Yeoman Warder. Very nice. 2018. Well, there we go. Awesome stuff. Right, Ian Ritchie says, again, I applaud your spending of the J.R.R. Tolkien £2 coin. It helps rebalance the finds that you found in Hunt, and what better way than to spend it in an area of their work. It was great fun. I really liked that. I had a spare J.R.R. Tolkien £2 coin and I spent it whilst out and about in Oxford on one of my Royal Mint trip videos that was added onto that. So yeah, I think it was fun, and I've managed to do it for the Britannia Coin Company a couple of times as well, where we've had some spare BU coins. And I hope to do more of it because it's a bit of a bug. I like the idea. It's also the fact that if I put that Tolkien £2 coin out into circulation, eventually that coin will land into the hands of a coin collector, and that will make their day. As having found a couple of NISCs myself over the past few years, has totally made my day. So the idea that potentially that could have given someone a great big grin, I think is good. So I would encourage everyone to have a crack at it. Spend the coin that shouldn't be spent. It's fun. Legio Veritum says, Christopher, will you be heading to London for the next coin fair on June the 1st? Also, how many books have you completed so far? Lots of books. I can't recall. If you look in the titles, you can see how many books I have completed. I think I'm on my 7th 50p book or something like that. Will I be going to the London Coin Show? I don't have plans to go. If the Britannia Coin Company, the company I work for, decide they want to send me down with the team, if we're sending people there, then I will of course say yes. The problem with the London Coin Fair is, and with coin fairs in general, is the area of numismatics I'm primarily interested in. I like modern coins, specifically modern UK coins, and the majority of the stalls for these coin fairs are not the kind of coins I would buy. They are historic coins, they are high grade pre-decimal coins, older than that, hammered coins. I still think those coins are interesting. There's an awful lot of history in them, but it's not an area of numismatics that I'm experienced in, not an area of numismatics I'm all that interested in collecting. So it feels, especially when you, so the Midlands coin fair is the coin fair I really like. The problem is it's 2 hours there, it's 2 hours back. That's a 4-hour round trip. So with that amount of distance and time and fuel spent getting to and from it, you feel kind of invested that you need to then buy something. So when I go around and the majority of the stands are not modern coins, there's been a couple of things I've picked up that are quite cool, but it would have been cheaper for me to just go on eBay and buy them. I know you can discover things, you get to meet people, and it's exciting talking to other coin dealers and other collectors who are there, but I don't know, I feel like if it was half an hour down the road, 100% I would go. If it's, 2 hours is, a 4-hour round trip is a long trip to make to come back with not an awful lot that you've bought. So I wish there was a way to make the coin fairs a bit more exciting to go to, I guess. So if anyone has any ideas, let me know in the comments. Right, we'll wrap off with Comic Sans MS says, I found an Atlantic salmon today and I was wondering if they are worth anything or have overface value. Very well done. In all the 50p's that I hunt through, I've only come across 2 so far. I hope to find more because they're quite exciting. So are they worth more than face value? At the moment, yes, 100%. They are definitely trading for overface value. But we don't know the final mintage figure yet. It's been rumoured this, rumoured that. It was announced that there's 5 million. That has now been retracted. So we don't know how many were minted. We don't know if it's more or less than 500,000. If it ends up being really, really low, then potentially it could be quite desirable. But to play devil's advocate, look at the rarest year of the circulating Shield 50p, the 2017 Shield. That is a low minted coin, but it might sell for a couple of pounds. It doesn't have a huge premium. The new salmon definitives are new. We haven't seen an awful lot of them, so they're still exciting and new to find, and collectors want to buy them for their collections. So maybe that'll wear off if this definitive design is struck for many, many years to come. I don't know. It would have to be, I think, to keep trading at a very decent value over face value, it would need to be a very low mintage figure. And who knows what that might be. We'll have to wait for the Royal Mint to announce it. And that being said, let's go back to the coins. So there we go, a little bit of variety in our funds. We've got a Jersey 10p there from 2016, which is nice. Gibraltarian, the Euro Port, 1998. It's a bit discoloured, a little bit grey, so not the nicest condition, but there we go. And then a Croatian 2 Kuna, which do tend to turn up in these 10p hunts every now and again. 2017 dated. There we go. It's quite a nice shiny, possibly not so heavily circulated one. But of course, Starfind is Y for Yeoman Warder. Every time we find an alphabet 10p, it's hard to top that. 2018 dated, unfortunately one we already have in the 2018 book, so not going to be a new coin sadly, but always a welcome find. I'm very lucky to just find the one in £100. I can go weeks without finding one, so it's always very exciting to for one to appear during a hunt. Now, as usual, if you've found an alphabet 10p in the last week, I want to know what letter you found and where you found it, because we all normally get 2 or 3 or 4 people saying what they have found, and it's always reassuring to know that they are still definitely out there, like my letter Y today. There's also links in the description across to my coin collecting Discord server if you want to come and join that. You'll also find links to my other social media channels, the PO Box address if you want to write into me, and of course a link to the Britannia Coin Company's YouTube channel. That's the company I work for as my day job, so please check them out as well. But all that leaves me to do now though is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.